to check because I made the checking motion. All right, if I'm going here, I'm just trying to catch the ball and stop the attacker from throwing the ball. That's good defense. You can teach that. What you don't want to teach on the defensive end is this. That's bad defense. Really, really bad. It's illegal. It's a major foul. You're going to lose the ball. Somebody's going to get hurt. The worst thing you want to teach them with the stick, and thank God this is going away, is this as we're running down the field. Bad, 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 and double bad. All right? Again, could she do anything with this stick in one hand? First of all, in youth lacrosse, you cannot do anything with your stick in one hand to be legal. Also, all she's doing is annoying this person. This person's going to get ticked off. And if she's anything like any of my kids, right, that's going to happen. All right? Or if she's one of those not too sure of herself players, she's going to start crying. Either way, you don't want either situation. You do not want a crying 10-year-old girl on the sideline. It's not fun. All right? So, if you want to teach them to play defense fine, they have to get ahead. They have to be ahead. They have to be ahead. All right? Now, another thing about checking is if I am behind, all right, I cannot reach around. I am bigger right now. I'm in a good position, but that's not legal because I am behind. I need to be in front of the person in order to make a legal check. All right? The only way I can make a check from behind is if this person has this really big throwing motion that's below their shoulder and I come like that. Probably not going to happen in the youth level. Because once I do this, I'm probably going to lose the ball anyway. All right? And I don't think anybody would ever teach a kid to throw like this. But that's really the only way I can check from behind legally because the stick has to be below the shoulder. So most of your check's going to come from here, and make sure you teach your girls before they even attempt that check that they are in front of. All right? I'm in front of this side, I'm in front of this side. But the key is I'm in front of. I'm not even, and I'm not behind. Because yes, my arms are long and I can reach, but that's not legal. The legal definition of a legal check is I need to be in front of the person that I am checking. And that's at all levels of lacrosse, not just the youth level. And at the youth level, remember, I can never check up. Even if that stick does not come up and come up into that person's sphere, it's still illegal in youth lacrosse, 8th grade and below. All right? So just know that too. I can't check up. All my checks, my hands have to be 2 hands on the stick, and it has to be down. All right? Does everybody kind of get that? Okay, now we're going to talk about the next level that we're playing. We started a couple years ago. It's called a developmental team. In your rule book, it actually says it's FC Lacrosse. Now, FC Lacrosse this year will be playing with all the rules of regular women's lacrosse. So if you're going to be a level FC coach, first of all, you're going to get your level 1 certification. We have 3 dates coming up. Look on the website. I know there's one in Ridge coming up in February, one in Millburn, and one in Mount Olive. You're going to attend those clinics because you're not even going to get on the field with your level FC team unless you're a level 1 certified. If you are a coach in this room right now, all of you by, I believe it's 211, 212, will need to be level 1 certified. So it's nice that you're here listening to the rules, going to see this clinic, but get online and get to one of those 3 clinics because this is the best opportunity you are ever going to have 3 clinics in New Jersey where you don't have to travel and go to these clinics. So get online, get signed up, get your programs on board with that, and get that done. Okay, that's my public address announcement for today. All right, so now we're talking about level FC. Level FC is full women's lacrosse. So what does it mean in full women's lacrosse? It means now they can check. The stick's up here. But again, we must check legally. Away, this is still illegal. All right, away, if we're behind, we're away. All right, I must be in front of to check. I'm here, and I can check. But whatever, is everything away. Now, if you're going to be that level FC coach, you better have your level 1 certification because this is what they teach you. You haven't learned this yet, really, if you've been coaching youth lacrosse all this time. Now, the only modification, or one of the only modifications that we have in this level FC is that if for some reason little Susie gets a little bit rambunctious and hits Kathy in the head, she is getting a red card. All right? We have cards. They're very pretty colors. All right? In a regular women's game, if little Susie hits little Mary in the head, she gets a yellow card. She's out for 3 minutes. She feels shame. She's in the penalty box. She gets to come back after her 3-minute timeout. Well, this, because we're saying, you know what, these kids really haven't been trained to check. We're just starting with this checking. We're going to make this penalty a little bit more severe so they don't just go check happy. That check has to be there. We're going to give them a red card. What does this red card mean? It means that that player is out for that game. Not only that game, she is out for the next game. So if you're playing in one of those little mini FC play days, she's out for the game she's in right now that she got carded in, whether it was in the first minute or the last minute, and then she's out for her next game. And then she's able to play after that. This kind of stuff has to be governed by the coaches because, and we have to know what the officials are going to tell us if they give a red card out, so we know the program that had it. But, you guys really need to put this onus on you and explain when the parents go, freak on you, say, well, this is the rules. She has to learn to control herself, and it is what it is. All right. So again, what's the lesson we're taking here? I can't hear you. Yes, a red card in the U.S. Lacrosse rulebook is you're out for that game and you are out for the next game. So if you get a red card at any level of youth lacrosse, or any level actually of U.S. Lacrosse other than high school because they have different rules, you are out for the game that you got the red card in plus the subsequent game. But if you get a red card in a red game, not a good thing. It's a little easier to get a red card in a level FC game just because of the check to the head, the nature of the check to the head. All right? Now, what happens when that card is issued? All right? We have a yellow card is issued for anything. That player is out for 3 minutes. Your team is playing short for 3 minutes. That player cannot enter the game in that 3 minutes. The 3 minutes is up. She can come back in the game. Or you can choose to sub somebody else for her if she's still her timeout really didn't help her yet. All right? We get a red card. What does that mean? I have a red card, any level, but most likely it'll happen in the FC level. That player is out for the rest of that game, okay? For 3 minutes, that team plays short. Only 3 minutes. They don't play short for the rest of the game. When that 3 minutes is up, the coach can put a substitute in. Obviously not the person who's red carded, but anybody else. That's it. So the red card is for the player. She's out that game plus another game. The 3 minutes is for the team for playing short. You can have any amount of, if you have 3 or 4 yellow cards in a game at the same time, you're playing 3 or 4 short. Play as many as all of them short. There's really no rule about your minimum. All right? Hasn't happened yet. I think the most I've ever had in a college game was like 5. Which wasn't pretty. All right? Other color cards are going to start coming out then. All right. So did everybody understand the level FC? Also, your level D development coordinator will explain all those rules to you more. But basically, it's the basic women's lacrosse rule. And one of the basic women's lacrosse rules that we cannot play in youth yet, it has not been approved, is the crossover to the goal circle. Still can't do it. High school, you can do it. Level FC, you can do it. College, you can do it. Post-collegiate, you can do it. Youth lacrosse, teach your kids when they shoot, they have to shoot from a little bit further out because they cannot cross over into the goal circle. Goal circle, it's a sphere, it's plain, you can't break it. All right, with your stick. All right, another new rule that we have is within a stick's length. I remember as a coach before, within a stick's length, it used to be defined as this. It was pretty big. Me, I have a long reach. I have a long stick. Within a stick's length now is defined as within a stick's length. It's exactly what it says. A stick, I have to be defending within a stick's length. This will eliminate